Doesn't this chart make you mad? Hedge funds are testing out the markets early in the day, establishing a lock point to set the price, holding that price for the rest of the day. A hold here, a new day, a hold here, a new day, a hold here, and a new day, and a hold here. Well, let me just tell you guys something, all right? This was from a couple months ago when the hedge funds tried to keep AMC stock price stable. Well, how did that work out for them when they tried to lock the price at $13 a share? And I said that they were digging themselves in a hole in order to keep the price low in these videos. But even then, the manipulation dropped the price, very similar to what we're seeing today. And look at that. They still failed at the end. We quadrupled our money since then when they tried to hold it at $11 a share, even though there was a temporary drop. Let's go back to our current graph. Looks pretty similar, doesn't it? It seems like they're almost starting to work, starting to target those paper hands to selling. But those who got impatient then sold, and they didn't reap the rewards of the squeeze. But those who bought the dip 2 months ago when the hedge funds are trying to hold the price, bought the dip like myself. And hopefully those who watched my videos a couple months ago also bought in and quadrupled their money. And so today, in today's video, we're diving into the details of AMC. There's something we have to realize. As they try to continue to level out AMC, they aren't decreasing the potential of the squeeze. They're increasing it, okay? Basically, what I'm saying is that if they didn't do this a couple months ago, keeping the price stable at 11, 13 bucks a share, they probably would have saved more money than they did now. They underestimated the power of us diamond handing even as they try to draw out the war and target the impatient paper hands to sell. It was a gamble on their part, as I said, and they failed. But we stayed strong, and after this manipulation a few months ago, we exposed their manipulation as a huge folly. But guess what? It's not over. As they continue to short more and they try to keep their price level, they're charging their battery that is the AMC squeeze. The thing is, we might see a spike tomorrow, since as of right now, they're trying to keep the price low at all costs, at all future costs to them, trying to minimize the damage for the in-the-money calls expiring tomorrow, even if it means long-term damages to their chances of fighting back against us in the AMC battle. And like I said in this video, this kind of manipulation can't be maintained. The paper hands will eventually sell off, leaving a core group of holders that will force the hedge funds' hands. Not to mention that the hedge funds continue to short AMC to cover old short positions at a lower price, but they're not helping themselves. They're simply staving off their inevitable defeat in an endless shorting loop. Because ultimately, at the end, they have to pay for all of it. And there's no getting around that in the long term. And that's when we win and we see our true highest gains. Right now, what we saw is nothing. Let's go through some of the evidence. You see this chart right here, right? This drop. Let's say that this was caused by just normal supply and demand and people selling. With the general trend of meme stocks and meme investments losing momentum, don't you think the stock would have gone a lot further down than 13%? Or more realistically, the hedge funds just literally can't manipulate the stock price below $40 because they don't have their non-existent share below this price. That seems like the most likely thing to happen. Like I said before, this is a war. And right now, the hedge funds are trying to pick off the weak, the impatient, trying to get them to sell and bring out our castle down. But when they have to realize, a lot of them already sold out a couple months ago when they tried this exact same scheme that didn't end up working. Now the optimists are left, and the longer we draw the war out, the more that the sentiment that we could win increases. After all, this is coming from the perspective of someone who didn't join the fight relatively early and bought the huge bulk of his shares at $12 a share. And sure, it looks bad that the board members are selling shares, but if you think about it from their perspective, they have a life-changing sum of money for them, and they don't want to risk the majority of their net worth right now. But that doesn't dictate what we have to do, okay? And so ultimately, they tried this manipulation before, they failed, and they'll fail again. Thanks for watching.